Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video where today we've got a new coming soon trailer for the rest of Series 12, and given there's a few little hints and tidbits in there to future episodes, it seems a good opportunity to give it a bit of a breakdown and see if we can work out anything about the future episodes from this trailer. So yes, I've gone through it shot by shot to kind of have a look and see if I can work out what's going on, and so yeah, we're just going to break it down, go shot by shot to the trailer, see if we can work out what episode some of these shots are from, what they might be involving, what some of the future episodes that we don't really know very much about, can we learn anything more from this trailer. So let's have a look and get stuck in with the first shot. So this first shot is actually one we've already seen in the sort of general Series 12 trailers. Jodie standing on top of some sort of lighthouse or something along those lines, it looks like, at least. Logically, it seems this would connect with episode 6, Praxeus, which we seem to think is the one with the birds and the TARDIS on the beach and by the sea and everything, and it feels like that all links up, so logically we think it's going to be with that episode, but apart from that, don't really know much about what's actually going to happen in that episode, and obviously, as much as it's a very nice cinematic shot, it doesn't really tell us anything. Next, we get several rapidly kind of reappearing, disappearing shots that are literally on the screen for about 3 frames or so. This first one here shows the destroyed Gallifrey again, which I can't really tell if it's just a reused shot from the end of Spyfall Part 2 or whether it is actually a unique shot for the future of the series. I think that the fact they put this in the trailer, whether it's from a future episode or not, I think suggests we will go to Gallifrey again. There will be, or at least the story will have some sort of focus on Gallifrey, presumably in the finale at some point. As to how heavily focused on that, I really don't know what it's going to be at the moment, because Chris or Jodie kind of indicated that the Timeless Child thing was not going to be wrapped up in this series, should we say. So I don't know how much of a look into Gallifrey we'll get, but it certainly sounds like there'll be something more to do with that in the future. Next, we jump straight into a shot of a Cyberman from behind, one of the newly designed Cybermen, which gives us a nice little shot of it. It looks very kind of rustic and quite kind of like it's been old and left down in a cellar somewhere or something and quite damaged. So I'll be intrigued to see how that plays into the story. It looks like he could be walking past maybe some sort of chambers containing frozen Cybermen, maybe, something along those lines. As to which episode they're in, we're still not 100% sure. We obviously know that episode 5 is a Judoon episode, episode 6 is this one called Praxeus, which we think is the one with the birds and on the coast. Then episode 7 we know basically nothing about. Episode 8 is supposedly the Mary Shelley episode, and then there's the 2-part finale, which again we know very, very little about. Most likely we think that the Cybermen are going to be in the episode 8, the Mary Shelley episode, but I really don't know. Maybe they are the finale villain, maybe they're nothing to do with the finale at all, and they are just in a one-off standalone episode, maybe they're in the mysterious episode 7, we really don't know. So I think this looks like a really cool new redesign, and I'm very excited to see what role they're going to play towards the end of the series. And then we get a nice shot of the Judoon leader, who of course we're going to be seeing in this week's episode. This is the other shot I mentioned that is most likely from Praxeus, episode 6 of the series, which shows these, I think, bird-like creatures in the sky. We don't know anything about the plot and how they're going to be evolved, but I'm pretty sure that shot is from episode 6. There's several shots in the trailer that I have, and I don't think anybody has any idea where they're from, what episode, or anything about them. We've got this nice shot here of a sort of interior of some sort of spaceship. It looks pretty cool, looks quite a very well-designed set, really well lit, and just looks quite a sort of interesting alien spaceship. Classic alien spaceship, but quite interesting look to it. As I say, I know nothing about what episode this will be in, so I really don't even have a guess. It's impossible to tell, I think, at this stage, but it certainly looks like a cool set to be going to at some point in a future episode. Now, next up, there's an ominous line of dialogue. How long is this going to last? Is this our lives? Line from Ryan, and some ominous shots of Ryan and Yaz. Is it a bit of foreshadowing to them leaving the program at the end of the series? Who knows? I think that I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or even 2 of them left at the end of the series. I feel like 2 full series will have been enough to kind of explore companions, and it might be time for a change-up by then. So this is just hinting maybe at something along these lines happening, but, trailers can be full of misdirection, so I don't think we should read too much into it just yet, but you never know. We've got another nice shot here of the Judoon stumps wandering in, walking in, stamping their way into some sort of building or something. I don't know quite where that is, but obviously this is from the next episode that we're going to see on Sunday as well. It's nice to see a few different Judoon shots. It certainly looks like it's going to be quite a big Judoon warrior force or something, trying to capture this fugitive. I really think it's going to be a very interesting episode 5. Now, this shot is accompanied by an interesting piece of dialogue where she says, "Sometimes even I can't win," which is quite an interesting thing for the Doctor to be saying, accepting that she can't always defeat all the aliens. Maybe this is just a shot from the middle of an episode and then she actually is able to defeat them in the end. Who knows? Maybe it's actually a force too great for her to properly overcome. I don't know. I can't quite tell if her costume looks a little bit different based on that, but I just don't remember around her neck it looking quite like that. Maybe I'm getting that completely wrong. Sort of the coat, the actual grey coat looks the same, but I don't know. Maybe the middle bit looks a little bit different, but maybe that's just me. Apart from that, this shot doesn't really give us anything away about what episodes it's from, so we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? We next get a couple of rather ominous stumbling shots of Jodie sort of stumbling around and then seeming quite in shock about something, with the Master's line repeated of everything you think you know is a lie. And also before that, a quite John Sim-esque Master laugh, sort of maniacal laugh of the Master. I'm pretty sure that's still on, but it's just quite intriguing to see, sort of hear how much it sounds actually like what Sim Master used to do, really. With this second shot, it looks like almost like a gravestone in the background, so I don't know if that gives anything much away from about where it is, what episode it's from. It certainly sounds like the Master will be coming back, given that he had a line of dialogue in the trailer. Even if it is a repeated line, I think it would seem logical that we're going to see him in the future episode for sure, because it feels like he's going to be heavily involved in this arc, so I'd be very surprised if he doesn't turn up for the finale. This shot I find to be very, very intriguing, which shows the TARDIS completely lit in red, like it's gone into some sort of red alert, bad mode, some sort of bad mode within the TARDIS, or something's gone really badly wrong, and there's this person that's sort of appearing in the TARDIS. I'm pretty sure it's the same person that we see right at the end of the trailer, who is an actor, Ian Gelder, who played one of the engineers in Torchwood, you may remember, and has also been in Game of Thrones, I believe. We have no idea what his role is or what he's involved in. There were a few filming pictures a few months ago with him in, but it was hard to tell exactly what episode they were meant to be filming for, whether it was within the block. I think at the time was episode 7 maybe, but it could have also been a pickup for a future or previously recorded episode or things like that. So this looks like a very, very intriguing shot, and always having people inside the TARDIS is quite interesting. We'll have to see how it all plays out, but I think it sets quite an ominous tone for later on in this series. Rattling on through the next couple of shots here, we've got a classic generic trailer shot of Ryan, and I think that's Yaz behind him, running away from some sort of alien menace. Can't tell what episode it's from, but it's a fairly generic shot. Maybe it's the Judoon. And then another nice shot, pretty much the same from the next time trailer actually, of this big Judoon warrior race, essentially, who are getting ready, presumably to go to Earth to try and find this fugitive that they're chasing after, even though they have no jurisdiction on Earth, which is quite interesting. So we'll have to really see how the episode plays out. This shot is a shot of the husband of Ruth, who's apparently quite an important character, Ruth, in this the Judoon episode, and supposedly she's going to be involved in the whole arc of the series and the Timeless Child and stuff. Maybe we got it all completely wrong, but there are rumours about that, and this is her husband. I don't know quite what role he's going to play in the episode, but he doesn't exactly look very happy about life in this shot, so that could suggest some bad stuff. I don't know, we'll have to just I guess see how it all plays out on Sunday. We've got a cool shot of a rather interesting looking alien spaceship, I think it is here. What it is, what episode it's from, what they're doing, I have absolutely no idea, but it certainly is a very impressive visual effect, and really just sort of hammering home the continued really excellent look that Doctor Who has at the moment. I think it really looks as high budget and visually impressive as ever before, and another spaceship and space scene like this just enhances that, I think, which is always great to see. Now, this is a shot rumoured to be from episode 8, the supposedly Mary Shelley episode, and I think that maybe this person on the right here is actually Mary Shelley herself. We don't know quite what's going to happen in this episode, but certainly it looks, given that Ryan's outfit in particular, and also Yaz's, that it's some sort of period piece, which would certainly fit in with the rumours that it was a Mary Shelley story, potentially involving the Cybermen as well. I mean, I really don't know, because it's so much sort of rumours and misdirection and things that aren't quite clear from filming rumours and things, that kind of episodes can get meshed into one and they might all be completely separate, but we'll just have to wait and watch and find out, won't we? This is another shot from the Judoon episode featuring a character I think called Gat. We don't know really anything about her, what involvement is, apart from she seems to be working with the Judoon in some form. Almost the headpiece is almost a bit Judoon helmet-like, so I don't know if she's going to is a Judoon in disguise or human in disguise as a Judoon, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to watch and find out, but yeah, that's just poses more interesting questions, I think. We get one further shot of the new Cybermen here, very much a silhouetted version of one, but still a very exciting little tease into it. It's still got the similar sort of blue light from the old Lumic Cybermen that we've got in the middle of the chest piece, but a certainly different looking kind of headpiece, at least from that outline, and coming either through some sort of big giant door that are opening, or some sort of like cryogenic chamber or something like that might be opening up out of. Certainly, I cannot wait to see what the Cybermen have got in store for us for this series. Got another shot here of the Doctor and Ruth being surrounded by the Judoons from the Judoon episode this weekend, of course. Again, don't know much more about it, but certainly the rumours are that Ruth is quite an important character, so good to see that she's sort of facing off with the Doctor. Maybe a hint that something might be coming between the two of them, or that she's somehow rumoured to be involved in the Timeless Child thing, but who knows, we'll have to see. We've got this last couple of shots that I don't really know anything much about, from certainly this one, which looks like some person getting covered in weird sort of white stuff. I really cannot describe what it even looks like, really. It's just a bizarre kind of conversion thing or something, or being attacked by some sort of alien. It looks pretty creepy and pretty horrifying, really, so I'll be very intrigued to see what episode that's involved with, because yeah, it looks really, really creepy. And then this last episode, this last still from the episode, we have this shot of Ian Gelder, as I said, who in the TARDIS, as we saw earlier in the trailer, looking rather ominous. He actually was the voice of the remnants in Series 11. When we heard them speaking about the Timeless Child, it was his voice that they used for it. So that strongly suggests that he has something to do with the Timeless Child arc and Gallifrey and everything to do with that. I'd be very surprised if that's not a link. It just makes logical sense, I think. So as much as the trailer doesn't really give much away, it does show that we've got some very interesting things coming up in regards to whoever this character may be. I've seen some people rumoured that it might be the Black Guardian, which I think would be pretty cool, and I'd love to see if it is, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see and find out, I think. So yes, that's just a fairly brief overview, breakdown, look at this trailer. Obviously, there's really not that much in it. There's only 20 odd shots that are actually cracked into this 30 second or so trailer, so there's only so much we can read into it, and a lot of them are out of context and not giving too much away, which is perfectly fair enough. But, well, it certainly proposes lots of exciting things for the rest of the series, seeing the Judoon in the next episode, the Cybermen to come, some mysterious stuff to do with Gallifrey, Time Lost, the Timeless Child, and everything looks quite intriguing and exciting. I feel like as the first half of the series, or the first 4 episodes, have been generally good, apart from the Orphan 55, but it looks hopefully like the series is going to take another step up with the rest of the series and hopefully really pull off an overall good series rather than just the occasional good episode. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little breakdown and analysis. Do let me know your theories in the comments below based on these different stills. What do you think is going to happen in it? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But apart from that, as always, hit the like button, the subscribe button if you're new here, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Goodbye.